Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Sierra College Nevada County Campus Commencement Ceremony. What a beautiful evening. A little warm, but there's a breeze picking up, so that's nice. I'm so pleased we can all gather in person this year to celebrate our newest Sierra College graduates. My name is Karen O'Hara, and I'm the Executive Dean of this campus. As we begin the ceremony, I'd like to kindly request that everyone silence your cell phones and electronic devices for the duration of the ceremony. Okay, let us begin by welcoming Sierra College alum Jane Sinclair, who will sing the first stanza of the national anthem. Will the audience join our graduates and please stand? Ms. Sinclair, please begin.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much, Ms. Sinclair. Graduates and audience, please be seated. Now I'd like to read the Sierra College Nevada County Campus Land Acknowledgement. With respect, we acknowledge that the Nevada County campus of Sierra College as the traditional and unceded homelands of the Nishanan peoples. For countless generations, the Nishanan have carried out their responsibility as stewards of this place, originally known as Daspa. Sierra College commits to an ongoing relationship with the Nevada City Rancheria Nishanan tribe and their future generations, who are an integral part of the Sierra College community. Thank you very much. I'm sure you've noticed that some graduates are wearing different ceremonial embellishments as part of their cap and gown regalia. These embellishments signify a variety of accomplishments such as a high GPA, honors courses, military service, and also participation in specific learning community programs. When you have a moment, you can read about the regalia significance in the back of your program to recognize these accomplishments. Ultimate Exposures is here, providing professional photography. They will photograph each graduate as the diploma is received, and the proofs will be sent to you, the graduates. There are multiple locations on campus for families and friends to take photos after the ceremony. After the ceremony, please join us at the reception on the west end of campus, that way, where you also find some refreshments and also other opportunities for some photo ops around our beautiful campus. Now I'd like to introduce Mr. William H. Duncan IV, Superintendent and President of Sierra College.
Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the faculty and the staff of Sierra College, I would like to welcome you to the Sierra College Nevada County Campus Commencement. I want to begin by introducing those on the stage that are seated with me on stage. I'll begin with our trustees. We have Trustee Nancy Palmer. Trustee Bob Romness. Vice President of Instruction, Rebecca Boquicchio. Vice President of Human Resources, Ryan Davis. And Vice President of Student Services, James Todd. And then, of course, you've already met your Executive Dean here at NCC, Karen O'Hara. So there you go. I like the excitement already. So she introduced me as William H. Duncan IV, a very official sounding name. I actually go by Willie, so imagine that. But if you guys will humor me, I want to do something. It's a tradition that I do a selfie with the graduates. So I've got my selfie stick here. You guys good with that? All right. So I got to get you angled just right so I can get everybody in. Make a face. Give me a good wave. Awesome. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I'm trying to get this hat back on. These hats are difficult for bald guys. There's nothing to stick it to. As I begin, I just want to tell you what an honor it is to be with you here tonight. I've been the president of Sierra College for 12 years. And each of our centers and campuses, NCC, Truckee, has an executive dean. The Roseville Center, too, has a dean or an executive dean that runs it. But as the superintendent president, I have responsibility for the entire college, all of our centers. And it's the 12 years that I've spent here at Sierra College have really been the 12 best of my life. I can't tell you how, even 12 years in, how excited I get when we get to commencement time, when we get to time for graduation and we can celebrate. It really is invigorating for me, and it never gets old. And I want to just take a moment and kind of pause for a second and just recognize how important this day is, the gravity of the day. I don't know about you guys, but I don't dress like this normally. Do you guys usually wear it? No? Okay. So this is an important day. This is a milestone. This is one of those markers in your life that you will look back upon and remember this day because of all of the formality of it. But we also want you to enjoy it and have a great time in this process. I think, for me, it's nice to just kind of pause and let that resonate for a minute and just kind of feel the gravity of the moment. The road to this moment, I'm certain, was not easy for probably any of you. Some of you might say, hey, I cruise right through. But I doubt it. The road is not usually easy. It's paved with late nights, challenging assignments, countless sacrifices, missing time with family and friends, oftentimes to get your work done. But through it all, you've demonstrated resilience, which I think is one of the most important qualities that helps somebody be successful in life. You've demonstrated a hunger for knowledge while you've been here at Sierra College, and that's going to carry you far beyond what you've experienced here on this campus. It's also a moment to take a deep breath and be recognized by your peers, by your family, by your faculty that are here with us, by the administration of the college, the trustees. We're all here to support you and celebrate a job well done. And so it's time to take a moment and reflect on that. I can tell you that I am immensely grateful to work with such a dedicated group of faculty and staff that we have at this college. I hope as students you felt their commitment to you, their commitment to your studies, your life, your education, and that you would do well. For most of you, this will be the end of your time with us at Sierra College. Although I am always amazed at how many of you I still see after graduation. You come back to take an extra class or to get another certificate or to work on that next degree. And you know what? That's okay. That's the value of a community college. We are in the community to serve you and to be here for you at any time in your life when you might need us. So always feel welcome that you can come back here and be a part of Sierra College. Many of you here tonight are the first in your families to graduate. Let me hear you if you're the first in your family to graduate. Yeah. That's an amazing accomplishment. I mean, just think about that, what you've done for your family and what you've accomplished for your family. Many of you are traditional college students that joined us right out of high school. Your mom might have made you come, but you came straight out of high school for us. Some of you are even younger. We have 3 Godoti graduates today from Godoti High School. Congratulations. Many of you are a little older. You've come back later in life and accomplished. Yeah. 20% of our graduates this year are over 30. So, you know, again, we're here for anybody. We're here for our community, and you can access Sierra College at any point in time in your life. Many of you have already had careers and family. How many of you have kids already? Yep. What you all have in common is the value that you placed on education. Education not only changes your life, but it changes the lives of all of those around you. And for generations, if you're the first to go to college, it changes the generations that come after you. No matter what you do next, what you've accomplished can never be taken from you. That's what makes this day so special and so momentous, is you've accomplished something that nobody can ever take. All of you who are graduating have become a part of Sierra College and the Wolverine family, and we've welcomed you in and we've loved having you with us. I encourage you to stay part of our family. Don't go away from us. Continue to be around us. Maybe as an alumni, get involved in the college. If you received a scholarship, maybe someday you'll pay that back to a future student that has the same need that you needed. Stay engaged in activities on campus if we have community activities. Stay connected to your faculty that you got connected with and that you felt so close with that assisted you so much. So what I really want to enforce is just that as you graduate today, our relationship with you has really just begun, and we appreciate that. And I want to say thank you to all of you. So I now have the pleasure to introduce our trustee speaker tonight. She is your Nevada County trustee. Please welcome Nancy Palmer to the podium.
Thank you, Willie. On behalf of the board, allergies. Is it bothering y'all too? No. I'll start over. On behalf of the Board of Trustees for Sierra College, I want to say congratulations. This is such an important day of your life. As of tomorrow, you'll close this chapter with us, and you will leave Sierra College. But I'd like to send you off with just a few words of wisdom. Looking at the graduates today, I noticed so many of them are young. This is my 29th year to give a speech. And that was before some of you were even born. I'm so glad you're here. Many, many years ago, a friend gave me an article out of a magazine. I don't know who the author was or the magazine. It's been over 30 years ago. And every now and then I come upon this article and it hits the mark, even for today. The standards have not changed. People have changed, but the standards have not. So I would like to share it with you. It's called maturity. Maturity is many things for different people. It's the ability to base the judgment on the big picture It means being able to resist the urge for immediate results and opt for the course that will pay off in the future. Maturity is perseverance, the ability to sweat out a project or a situation in spite of a heavy opposition and stick with it until it's done, completed, finished. It is the ability to control anger and settle differences without violence or destruction. The mature person can face frustration and defeat without collapsing or complaining. You know you can't have everything your way, and you must know when to compromise and not be too proud to do it. Maturity is the ability to live up to your responsibilities, and this means being dependable. It means keeping your word. Do you mean what you say? And do you say what you mean? Unfortunately, the world is full of people who can't be counted on. When you need them most, they're among the missing. They break promises and always come up with alibis. They're late, or they don't show up at all. Their lives are a mess, and they always have former friends, unfinished business, and good intentions that somehow just never happen to materialize. They're always a day late and a dollar short. Maturity is the ability to make a decision and stand by it. Action requires courage. Without courage in life, little is compromised. It's the ability to harvest your strengths and your energies and do more than is expected. You never settle for average. You aim high and miss the mark rather than aim low and make it. Maturity is the art of living in peace, knowing that there are some things in life we will never change. The courage to change things that need to be changed, no matter what. And the wisdom to know the difference. When you start thinking about your whole life as a lifetime, you must have some kind of goal. But that goal will change many times as the years go by. Make choices that will always keep you focused toward your vision. Let go of things that don't work. That includes bad habits, toxic friends, old grudges, and even awful relationships. Don't be afraid to fail. Success is built on failure. If you don't keep on asking questions, you'll never find out what the answer is. If you've had your heart broken once, life is teaching you what love really is. Pay attention to what really matters to you, to each one of you. You can only set your tone for your own achievements. If you truly believe you can do something, somehow you'll find a way to achieve it. In closing, there are several short phrases you will use the rest of your life, and they are, please, thank you, I'm so sorry, I was wrong. Always remember, no one cares how much you know. They only need to know you care. We congratulate you and wish you joy. This is tough and happiness.
Thank you, Ms. Palmer. Well, you've made it. What a night. As I was thinking about this, and preparing for this, I was thinking about the fact of 2 or even 3 years ago, we were right in the heat of a global pandemic. Who ever thought we would experience something like that in our lives? I remember prepping, getting ready. No, they're not going to shut the world down. Oh yeah, yes they did. The other day I was digging through my purse and I found my favorite mask. I totally forgot I ever even had a favorite mask. And I'm sure some of you had one too, right? So the past few years, I was reflecting on it, the past few years have brought so much upheaval to our lives. I realized that you are truly the first set of post-COVID graduates. Even though we all talk like it's over, that we need to stop and remember that there is not 1 ounce of your college experience that has not been impacted in one way or another. But not only did you weather that storm, you have thrived. I'm looking at you and you have thrived. And the word that keeps coming to my mind over and over, as President Duncan said, is resilience. The strength of character and the will to overcome the odds, whatever they are. In talking with students these past few years, one theme that keeps coming up was how much uncertainty that you faced across this time. You've invested your time and energy and money in school. Would there even be jobs at the end of that? Will my degree still mean something? Will my life ever be the same? I hear that from people every day. Will my life ever be the same? There's a theory out of Harvard Business School called disruption theory. This is the idea that all change, all growth comes out of upheaval, even out of pain and hardship. I know that sounds really scary, huh? But I've actually visited Harvard and it's not that scary. Just kidding, that was supposed to be funny. All right. Disruption can be scary because it changes our course. It changes what's comfortable for us. It forces us, sometimes kicking and screaming, out of that comfort zone. But if you think about it, if we don't try new things, push ourselves, take that chance, we can't grow, we stagnate and we collect dust or pollen. In nature, there are so many examples of disruption. We have to tear down our muscles to build them back up again. Everyone knows that a day and a half after starting a new exercise regimen, don't you? Think of the disruption that has to happen for a caterpillar to later emerge from a cocoon as a butterfly. And in my own field of study in child development, both in toddlers and in adolescents, children push away their parents so they can separate and truly see themselves as individuals. Parents, you know what I'm talking about. We've been through it. And then they reapproach with this newly formed sense of self, ready to reconnect on new terms. For some of you, just boom, overnight, your classes and your favorite teachers became just, dating myself with this reference, Brady Bunch style faces on the Zoom screen. What a scary and isolating time to be in school. But you pushed through, adapting to the sometimes convenient, sometimes nightmarish reality of online classes. Nothing like taking a final exam in your jammies, and then the internet goes down on question 8.
Yes.
Some of you took the chance and started college during the pandemic. Maybe you re-examined your life and decided to make a giant leap. Start back to school, maybe change your career or upskill in order to get that promotion. You disrupted the status quo and altered the trajectory of your life. So in response to the question, will my life ever be the same again? I can tell you that in so many ways, the answer is no. Because you have assimilated and accommodated through the disequilibrium. Any child development people out there? Okay. and uncertainty and emerged with a new way of being and to a college degree. After such disruption, you are the newly certificated, most learned, and most accomplished version of yourself you have ever been, and nobody can ever take that away from you. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the amazing faculty that have also helped you get here. Thank you, NCC faculty and counselors. One person many of you may know well is English professor Nathan Conkle. I'd like to just take a moment to recognize Professor Conkle, not just as one of our wonderful professors and a major supporter of our students, but for his outstanding leadership of our NCC associated students. I know, right? He will be stepping down from that role after serving for 9 years. Thank you, Nathan. Your commitment to this campus and our students is phenomenal, and we thank you and appreciate you so much. In preparation for today's ceremony, I had the opportunity to meet with a number of graduates, some of whom have been recognized by their instructors and their counselors and their peers as not just outstanding students academically, but who have shown strength of character and tenacity to have excelled against so many odds. I want to give a shout out to Charles Abernathy Bettis, graduating with his degree in social and behavioral sciences with honors. Charles is out there every day, paying it forward and making a difference in the community. He is the epitome of resilience and heart, and I honor and appreciate you, Charles. Erin McGee, graduating with her degree in business administration for transfer, a strong woman with integrity and grit. She owns multiple small businesses in town, all while kicking butt in classes and raising her amazing son, Harlan. She and I talked of forward momentum and never giving up. The word she gave me was perseverance. Setting her sights high, she is off to Dartmouth next year. And as I was working through this and what I wanted to say tonight, my dad, yes, deans have dads, reminded me that each one of you has your own story to tell. You have all had your own trials and tribulations, but not one of you has done it alone. Your family and friends and loved ones have pushed you, supported you, and sometimes, yes, even tolerated you. So let's thank them too. Your personal cheering squad or your COVID pod. Give them a hand too. And so while tonight I have only had the chance to name a few people, please know that we celebrate each and every one of you and your accomplishments, and we are proud of every single one of you. And now I'd like to introduce Olivia Terhorst Steele, our student speaker for this year. The word that Olivia gave me in our meeting was connection. She reminded me that everything and everyone is connected, our past and our future, to each other, and to the earth that sustains us. We talked about how the food that we grow and eat comes from the ground that we have to disrupt, even destroy, to make it fertile. This is something she knows well, working with kids and teaching them about farming and caring for the land. Tonight she is graduating with her degree in English for transfer with honors. And she has published her work in the Sierra Journal. She's been a member of the Sierra Philosophy Club and has maintained nothing but A grades while doing it. Please welcome Olivia Terhorst Steele to the stage for her student address.
Hi everyone. It's so nice to be here. It's a huge honor. My name is Olivia Turhorse Steele, and if I'm honest, it's actually a surprise to be here. When I started this path, this moment felt like it was a lifetime away. 2 years ago, I slept in a borrowed sleeping bag, restlessly waiting for the morning light to remind me to leave before the realtor came and showed the empty house that I was sleeping in. Being unhoused didn't always look like this for me. Inhabiting the homes of strangers. With a quiet, stirring feeling, I reminded myself that rock bottom is a beautiful start. So that is where I found myself, after a long winter of loss and renewal, making the decision to return to Sierra College 10 years after my departure from Gododi Early College High School. I'll never forget those nights, or the friends and family who helped me survive it all, nor the many hands whose work made it possible for me to be here today. I owe a great many thanks to Chris Hall, Jennifer Hurst-Crab, Ingrid Kiriotis, Melody Meyer, and countless other faculty members who believed in me when I was still learning how to. 2 years ago, I made the decision to pursue an associate's degree in English, ready to chase the written word into places that I had never been. I wanted to change the way that my life was going, to give myself a chance to succeed, to test the timber of my heart and see what I was made of. But I don't know if I believed then that I would make it here to my graduation day. I tell you this brief piece of my story not to elicit pity, but to tell you how far I thought and truly felt that I was from this moment. The journey from here to there has been a homecoming, a return to hope, akin to the way that the forest begins to grow again after wildfire has burnt it back to embers. I stand here today having earned the recognition of finishing 3 associate's degrees in the last 2 years. I am an EOPS student, a disabled student, and I'm proud to say that I've maintained an unbroken 4.0 GPA over the last 2 years, earning me a place in the Phi Theta Kappa honors. The lessons that I've learned during this time in and out of the classroom have made me a better person, empowering me to use my voice, to abandon comfortable silence, to become a true accomplice for justice, to break free from the limitations I had set ahead of myself. Most importantly, my journey at Sierra College strengthened my sense of responsibility. Responsibility not only for myself, but for my community, and for the communities beyond me. Responsibility for the earth, and for my lineage. We as a collective have a responsibility now more than ever, to leave things better than we found them. On the educational farm where I work, we make decisions for the soil that won't give us greater harvests for years, nurturing the earth for the good of us both, investing in wise decisions for everyone and everything that will follow us. This philosophy aligns with what some know as the principle of 7 generations, a wise, sustainable principle from the original people of these lands that urges a responsibility to make decisions for the well-being of the next 7 generations to come, and to remember the 7 generations that came before you. I am standing here today with the 7 generations, with my sisters, my mother, my grandmother, and all the ancestors who came before us, who made hard decisions, who fought for a better life, who sacrificed, who never got to walk across one of these stages, and who made it possible for me to. I'm standing here today to change the tides, and to make way for the ones who will come after me. And whether you know it or not, you are too. The quiet, stirring feeling that I felt in the coldest winter of my life has grown into thunder, an unshakable force of nature, one that speaks of change. We have a responsibility to be the change makers and the cycle breakers. We have a responsibility to rise to the occasion of ourselves and to answer the call for remediation, reconciliation, and resilience. With us today, among our living ancestors and our loved ones, are the ancestors that came long before us. For some, ancestors who come from this land and were dispossessed of it. Ancestors who were brought here unwillingly, or ancestors who came here for the promise of a better life. When you enrolled in your first classes at Sierra College, they were with you. When you walk across the stage today to accept your diploma, they are also walking with you. And so, fellow graduates, I come here with a reminder that though we walk with great responsibility for our ancestors, we carry great pride, honor, and grace with them. The accomplishment that we achieve here today will reverberate through our lineage, reaching to and past the 7 grandchildren to come after us. Whether you know your ancestors' names, where they came from, the food that they ate, the way they danced or not, you are known by them. You are what your good ancestors dreamt of and what they could only plant the seeds for. We have so much ahead of us, and yet we've already accomplished so much. You, maybe without knowing it, are a dream come true. Congratulations to my fellow graduates of the class of 2023. Thank you so much. It's been an honor.
Thank you, Olivia. And now I'd like to introduce Ali Aguilar. Ali is a beloved counselor here at NCC and was selected as this year's outstanding faculty by our associated students. As NCC Dean, I am out a lot at community events, and I hear her name over and over when anyone mentions NCC. She serves our special population programs such as EOPS, CARE, CalWorks, and foster youth. One of the most kind and fair-minded people I have ever had the pleasure to work with. She truly cares about students and their success and works selflessly to help them achieve it. And now, newly tenured, we get to keep her. Introducing Ali Aguilar. Pull out my 19-page speech here for you guys. You guys ready?
Thank you, Dean O'Hara and Olivia. That was a beautiful speech. Thank you, friends and family, Sierra College staff, faculty, trustees, and of course, thank you, graduates. I am honored and humbled to be up here on your stage with you today. After spending the last 9 years of my career as a counselor here at our lovely Nevada County campus, I am still in awe each and every day and feel blessed to love my job. You want to know why I love my job? It's because of the koi pond that we get to feed the fish. Just kidding. It's because of you out there sitting and waiting patiently to be honored after many, many years of hard work and grit. When I think of our NCC students, I think of hardcore grit. Years ago, I was searching for the right video to show in my class and came across the psychology professor Angela Duckworth's TED Talk. She said, "Grit is passion and perseverance for very long-term goals. Grit is having stamina. Grit is sticking with your future, day in, day out, not just for the week and not just for the month, but for years, and working really hard to make that future a reality. Grit is living life like it's a marathon, not a sprint." Well, you all achieved this long-term goal of earning your degree or multiple degrees at Sierra College. Congratulations. Whether it took you 2 years or 20 years or more, you are sitting here today accomplished. You have so much to be proud of. It wasn't easy. Some of you have never graduated 8th grade or even high school. Some of you have returned after many years and after failing a few times. Some of you have children who need you at all hours of the day. You work multiple jobs, you struggle to pay for food and housing, and so much more. Let's not even start about our lovely weather or emergency situations over the last few years. Sickness, fires, lots of snow, power outages, social injustices, grief, loss, you name it, we sure have endured it. I was telling someone the other day about our more extreme snowstorms this semester that you all had to dig out of, all of you, even in Penn Valley maybe. And they told me a story I would like to share from a book called A Hidden Wholeness. There was a time when farmers on the Great Plains at the first sign of a blizzard would run a rope
from the back door to the barn. They all knew stories of people who had wandered off and been frozen to death, having lost sight of home in a whiteout while still in their own backyards. Today we live in a blizzard of another sort. It swirls around us as economic injustice, ecological ruin, physical and spiritual violence, and their inevitable outcome, war. It swirls within us as fear and frenzy, greed and deceit, and indifference to the suffering of others. We all know stories of people who have been wandered off into this madness and been separated from their own souls, losing their moral bearings and even their mortal lives. Through all of this hardship, you still chose to show up. You asked the hard questions, you planned, you stayed up all night doing homework, you solved problems, you shared knowledge with others, and you even got into universities like Dartmouth, UC Berkeley, UC Davis, UC Santa Cruz, and so on and so forth. But no big deal, right? Very accomplished out there. I want you to think about your own rope and how it brought you here to Sierra College. The strand symbolizing your struggles, experiences, your knowledge, your hard work and relationships. Now, how will you use your rope moving forward to your next steps? Happenstance learning theory, as many of you have heard me talk about in class over and over and over, thank you, is all about creating opportunities for yourself, taking that risk, making that mistake, and creating your next steps. You might not know exactly where you want to end up, but focus on that next step. Your rope will take you there. Don't forget your values, passions, skills. You have a purpose. You are a solution. Your struggles and accomplishments along the way will shape you into you. Remember, none of our paths are linear. You may feel yourself going in circles, but just keep going. We believe in you, not just me, not just the people up on this stage, but professors over there who offered you insight and knowledge, the folks in financial aid who answered your important money questions, your counselors, your support specialists. How about your tutors, many of whom are sitting right here in front of you and with you? The awesome people answering all the questions at the front desk, and don't forget the ones who make our campus absolutely gorgeous. We all care about your success. You are why we are here. You're ready for this. Now go and be great. Thank you so much for the honor of joining you on this journey. It has been a true pleasure and privilege every step of the way. And finally, in the words of Elise Grice, check your email.
Thank you, Allie. I now invite Dr. Rebecca Bokikio, Vice President of Instruction for Sierra College, to the podium for the presentation of graduates.
Members of the Board of Trustees, I am pleased to inform you that the members of the class of 2022-2023 have satisfactorily completed the requirements for the Associate in Arts or Associate in Science degrees and are eligible for graduation from Sierra College. Will the class of 2022-2023 please come forward to receive your degrees?
Olivia Peyton Terhorst Steele, Associate in Arts for transfer in English with honors. Charles Earl Abernathy Bettis, Associates of Science in Social and Behavioral Sciences with honors. Hans Kruger, Associates in Arts for Transfer, Art History with honors. Ashley Loconte, Associates in Arts for Transfer, Anthropology with honors. Isa Thomas Cook, Associates of Science in Natural Science. Savannah Elaine Feigenbaum, Associates of Science for Transfer, Administration of Justice, with honors. Maris Sarashan Sanford, Associates in Arts in Accounting, with honors. Steve Thompson, Associate in Science in Social and Behavioral Sciences. Ava Marie Lane, Associate in Science in Applied Art and Design Illustration, with honors. Nathaniel Snyder Friedland, Associates in Arts for Transfer, Political Science. Sophie Leora Swisher, Associates in Science, Photography, with honors. Madeline Ethelyn Kemp, Associates of Science in Natural Science.
Yeah, Madeline!
Brandon James Wilson, Associate of Science in Fire Technology, with honors.
Yeah, Brandon!
Sarah Christina Runyon, Associate of Science in Allied Health, General, with honors. Brittany Ann Andes McCullough, Associate of Science in Natural Science, with honors. Isabel Pierce Roy, Associate of Arts for Transfer, Anthropology. Angela Jean Garrison, Associate of Arts for Transfer, Psychology. Allie Christine Rayberg, Associate of Arts in Social and Behavioral Sciences. Erin Ashley McGee, Associate of Arts for Transfer, Economics, with honors. Lucy Grace Whitestone, Associate of Arts for Transfer, Anthropology, with honors. Sophia Marie Fresky, Associate of Science, Allied Health, General. Samantha Jo Cook, Associate of Arts for Transfer, English. Caitlin Rayanna Marie Williams, Associate of Arts for Transfer, Psychology. Brittany Jo Noondorfer, Associate of Arts, General Business with Honors. Cheyenne Marie Mayotte, Associate of Science, Allied Health, General. Jose Alfredo Gamino, Associate of Arts in Chicana and Chicano Studies. Moises Ricardo Ortega, Associate of Arts for Transfer, Studio Arts. Alyssa Rebecca Rose Navo, Associate of Arts for Transfer, Psychology. Bianca Angelina Hager, Associate of Science, Natural Science. Michaela Renee Shimmick Berryessa, Associate of Science, Mechatronics Technology. Sarah Elizabeth Sandifer Marr, Associate of Arts for Transfer, Anthropology. Warren Lloyd Franklin, Associate of Arts, Welding Technology. Elsa Donna Hawnie Bloom Moultrie, Associate of Science, Allied Health, General with Honors. Yumali Gracia Moda Soberanes, Associate of Science, Natural Science. Savannah Nicole Earl, Associate of Science, Natural Science. Emily Lee Rose Van Rokel, Associate of Science, Natural Science. Alessandra Carol Zeider, Associate of Science, Allied Health, Pre-Nursing with Honors. Tara Marie Flynn, Associate of Arts for Transfer, Art History. Jody Lee McCaffrey, Associate of Science, Allied Health, General with Honors. Skyla Joy Kerr, Associate of Arts for Transfer, Psychology.
Yeah, Skyla!
Brinley Ann Jeffers, Associate of Arts, Liberal Studies, Elementary Education. Andrew Cordell Jeffers, Associate of Arts, Liberal Studies, Elementary Education. Riley Ray Jeffers, Associate of Arts, Liberal Studies, Elementary Education. Haley C. Blosser, Associate of Arts, Early Childhood Education. Brenda Ann Bastian, Associate of Arts, Early Childhood Education. Tiffany Marie Jakeway, Associate of Science, Social and Behavioral Sciences. Ethan Paul Durham, Associate of Science, Cybersecurity. Norma Faye Spees, Associate of Arts, Social and Behavioral Sciences. All right, graduates, to commemorate this moment, you may move your tassels from right to left. What an awesome achievement, you guys. We are all so proud of what you have accomplished. Now go out there and embrace the greatness that awaits you. And as my favorite poet, Mary Oliver, wrote, keep some room in your heart for the unimaginable. Graduates, your families and guests are warmly invited to join us for a reception hosted by Superintendent President, Mr. William Duncan, and the Nevada County College Council of the Sierra College Foundation immediately after the recessional. This reception will be held at our quad located on the west end of campus. Please come, enjoy some refreshments, photo opportunities, and graduates, remember to visit the Alumni Association table. Just follow the red and white balloons. Guests remain seated during the recessional, and we look forward to seeing you over there. Congratulations, everyone.